It's time for the Best of the Burg. We celebrate what makes Lynchburg such a great place to live, work, and play. The Best of the Burg will tell you about the best places to visit, the best food, the best entertainment, and the people that make us proud to call the Hill City home. Best of the Burg is brought to you by Bank of the James, where community and banking come together for good. Learn more at bankofthejames.bank. Here are your hosts, Mary and Biscuit.
Welcome to Best of the Burg. Mary White along with Anthony Biscuit McAvoy on this May Day, the 1st of May, a beautiful spring day in Lynchburg in Central Virginia, and our first show in the month of May. So, Anthony, I hope your week has gone well. Hope your weekend is off to a good start.
As far as I know.
All good?
As far as I know.
You're not making anybody mad or anything, as far as you know?
No promises.
It's still early.
Still early.
The day is young.
In the day, that's right. And then the voice you heard is Eugene Wingfield, Lynchburg Police Foundation. Let's go ahead and kick it off. Do you want to hit Partnering for Good, Biscuit? You ready with that?
Yes.
Partnering for Good. Brought to you by Bank of the James. Learn more at bankofthejames.bank.
And Eugene has been with us many times before to talk about the police garden, the memorial garden at the new Lynchburg Police Department headquarters. But now we've entered the next phase of the garden. So, Eugene, welcome to Best of the Burg.
Well, thanks for having me. Y'all my favorite people.
You're our favorite person, too. You really are.
I hope you know I said I give him $100 to say that.
Oh, did he really?
I'd say you gave him 75.
Well, I only said that because Brian's not here.
I gave him another 100 to say that, too.
You are one of our favorite people as well. We always enjoy talking to you because you're doing a lot of great work in the community. And so remind listeners, you've given us some material here that has beautiful pictures that we're going to have to try to describe for listeners. But so far, how is the garden? How's the garden doing? I'll say.
Well, the garden is still beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
And as far as the foundation is concerned, it's going to stay beautiful because we're taking care of it.
Right.
And but the garden is beautiful, and it's getting ready to start. I was just over there this morning. Everything's starting to bloom out.
Lovely.
And I would tell people, as I tell people all the time, we're having a big event over there on May the 11th, which is a Monday night at 6:30, and it's Police Week during that week. And the Lynchburg Police Department always has a memorial service every year. They've typically held it down at the foot of Monument Terrace, but this is going to be the first year we're going to do it at the Honor Garden because it's fitting to do it there. And it's to honor those officers who in the Commonwealth of Virginia who have died in the line of duty in the past year. So it's going to be a beautiful, fairly short service. It usually lasts about 40 minutes or so. And it'll be in that beautiful garden. That should be looking really, really good by then.
Nice.
Contractors are going to come and clean it up, get everything in mulch looking good, everything looking good. So I would encourage people to come over there. It doesn't cost you a penny. It's 40 minutes of your time to show your feelings and your respect, et cetera, for law enforcement in general, because it's not just Lynchburg. It's law enforcement in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So we hope people come over at 6:30 on Monday, May the 11th.
The garden itself was years in the making, right?
Many
Between
years.
the planning and the fundraising
Yes.
and the actual building it, and now it's here.
It is. It's to give you a perspective over it. Now, I wish people would go over it. It is really a city garden, and it's open 365 days a year. I mean, every day, and you can go over there, and nobody's going to ask for an ID, or don't have to go through checkpoints.
The police are not going to come out and ask.
No, they're not at all. And you go over and enjoy that beautiful garden anytime you want to go, and we encourage people to go over and do that. But that's a $650,000 garden is what the final price tag was on it. It just kept going up and up and up as we proceeded through the building of it. But, in hindsight now, it is absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be there forever, and it really tells a story. So that's what's important in regards to law enforcement here in Lynchburg.
How's the water bubblers?
The water bubblers, I'm glad you remember that. I like to hold up my little pinky when I say that. They're doing great. And I got to give kudos to the Pool Doctor LLC in Amherst because they're taking care of it for free. They're donating all their services, and I can't thank them enough because it's expensive to have somebody do that to keep that water bubblers and the water feature looking beautiful. And so Chris and his group out there are doing a fantastic job.
Nice. And so now you're in the next phase of the
Yes.
Honor Garden. And so tell us about that.
Well, we're going to honor the past 35 years, about 35 years or so. The Canine program started in 1992. And so, you've got a lot of years of service for our canines who've given to the LPD and Central Virginia. We don't, we're blessed to live here in Central Virginia. I know I'm a little biased in saying it, but I was born and raised here. But we've got great law enforcement, not just in Lynchburg, but the surrounding counties and our sheriffs, and all of us work together. We have forever and always will. And so, our resources are shared for the most part. And so the canines have been instrumental, in all of those years. There's no really good way of gauging how many people they found, missing people they found, how many suspects they've picked up as a result of somebody breaking in a house or a business, and no officer getting injured. And you can't really put a price tag on how many officers have not gotten injured as a result of the dedication and loyalty of those canines. So what we're doing in this garden, it's adjacent to the Honor Garden, it's attached. We're going to honor those canines, and as you can see, and I wish people could see it, and they can see it if they go to our website. Okay. It's this beautiful bronze canine, life-size canine that's going to be mounted on granite in the garden, and it's going to be surrounded by a lot of shrubbery and benches and commemorative bricks, just like it's in the Honor Garden. And so we're going to honor that canine program for over the last 35 years. And that being said, I do wish people can see this. What you're looking at and more is on our website, the lynchburgpolicefoundation.org. And if you want to get a really good idea of what this canine guard's about, please go there and visit it.
It's a life-size bronze statue of an LPD canine. And it's what kind of dog? This is some kind of a...
It's a German Shepherd.
A German Shepherd. Okay, this is a German
Which is
Shepherd.
typical of most canines,
Right.
even though they're going to more of these Belgium-bred
Malinois,
dogs. Yes, thank you.
And then we've met some that were the more like the hounds, like they're sniffing for
Right.
people.
Right.
But this
they
is
found me.
Well, that's probably not
That's
hard.
right.
That's why your name's Biscuit.
That's right. It took him about 2 seconds.
It really did.
But this is the German Shepherd, and he is standing. He has his vest on with his
Yes.
badge on the
And
vest.
it's going to have the new LPD badge hanging from his collar, and not just a generic badge. They're custom making this canine, so he's going to have all LPD items on him.
Yes, these canines are certified law enforcement, and they wear their badge just like their fellow officers.
Yes.
And then it's also going to recognize Ryan Zudema.
Yeah, Ryan was instrumental. I think everybody probably knows Ryan Zudema by now.
Yes.
He left us and went down to
Wilmington.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew it was a W. Mm-hmm. And he went down to Wilmington. We still talk frequently, and Ryan really misses everybody up here. But the reason we're honoring Ryan with this was a couple of reasons. He was an early canine officer, not one of the first, but he was in that probably third or fourth category of having a canine at the LPD. But he was instrumental. I mean, that building probably would not have happened if it hadn't been for Ryan, and certainly the garden, because he's the one that came and pushed us to do the garden. And so we want to honor Ryan. We're not naming the garden after Ryan. We're honoring the garden after Ryan. So his name will be all over the garden. So
He, as you said, was one of the department's canine handlers as he progressed through the department
Yes.
to eventually become the police chief
yes.
for almost a decade.
Well, about seven or 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one of our, probably the first time that Brian and I ever met Ryan Zudema on the morning line, and he came to a previous studio, and he had Oren, the police dog,
Yes,
and Oren
good
was
memory.
a German Shepherd,
Yes.
and Oren was alert about everything.
Yes.
Like Oren was just any little sudden movement. Oren was on it. He was just ready to, as Brian says, chomp somebody.
Well, that's why Brian has a prosthetic leg.
I think his leg's too big. It wouldn't fit in the dog's mouth. But we had that event last week where we kicked off the canine garden, and it was probably 10 people that came. It was great turnout.
Yes.
But what stole the show was 3 of the canines came, and after they got there, it was over. That was it. I mean, everybody fell in love with the dogs, and they didn't bite anybody, thank goodness. But they're incredibly well trained. I mean, and then people just, I don't know how many cameras were going off at night. It was insane. I should have sold pictures for $100 a piece.
Were they all Lynchburg police canines?
We have 5 at the LPD.
Okay.
And so 3 of them showed up at night. I was expecting 1, but 2 of them came on their off-duty time because they're so appreciative of us doing this. So to honor those canines.
What happens when they get together? three
they're
dogs.
well behaved.
Yes.
I mean, they sit beside each other. It's like you would think they were like, I want to say brother and sister, but they don't always get along. But no, they got along very well. I mean, these dogs are so well trained. It's incredible.
Yeah.
They play poker at all?
That was afterwards.
That was afterwards. That was the after party.
No, but we play poker hoping they won't go bite anybody.
Well, you hear about, because I know that isn't there a lot of collaboration as we speak with Eugene Wingfield, Lynchburg Police Foundation, and former Lynchburg police investigator. Isn't there a lot of collaboration among the area canine, all the canine units?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Each of our department, that's why I said earlier, we're blessed.
Yeah.
Each of the departments get along incredibly well, and we work together all the time. I mean, it's probably not many days that goes by that they don't do something together. And so it's like a huge family, Region 2000 family with law enforcement.
And I've always wondered what it's like when they retire one of the dogs or have something for one of the dogs, and it's, say, in a different locality, but then all the canines come. And it must be like a big dog party.
That's right. Having a dog park. Yeah.
But they're just so well trained and well behaved that they just sit there, no sniffing. It's all.
And you mentioned what happens to the dogs when they retire.
Yes.
And the canine handlers get to keep them. They're part of the family. I mean, not only part of the family of the handler, but part of their handler's family because they live with them. And so you can't just give them the dog. No locality to do that because of state code regulations. But you sell them to them for $1. So, but they get to keep the dog to his final days, and they have a program set up where all their medical issues are taken care of for the rest of their life.
What goes into the training to be a handler?
It's probably one of the most extreme selection processes in training because you have to make sure that's a 24-hour thing, having a canine.
You can be called out at any time.
Yes, not just calling out, but that you have to relate, and the dog has to know you, and you have to know them, and you have to be committed and dedicated, not just the dog, but the handler. Because of that very factor you're speaking of. And that dog, it's constant training. It's nonstop training all the time. So they have to be very, very careful about who they select to be a handler. And then, of course, the dogs come from overseas. Most of them do come from Belgium. And they're incredibly expensive. And you have to be mindful in that first year or so of any medical issues that keeps them from being the proper canine that they need to be. And if they're not, we send them back.
So what's a timeline for the final phase of the LPD Honor Garden? It's the Canine Garden. Yeah.
Our plan is to do a grand opening in the spring of 27. We just started last week, revealing it or unveiling it. And now we're in the phase of raising money to pay for it. Now, we have a landscape architect, Cabell Crowther, same landscape architect that did the Honor Garden, and he did such a fantastic job. I recruited him for this. And he is telling me that I need to raise somewhere between $100,000 and $125,000 to pay for it. And I think he's probably pretty correct. We're starting now with that. And my goal is to pay for the garden, obviously, unlike what we did with the Honor Garden. And that was a big unknown. But we really need to raise that level of money to pay for this and make sure we have enough to pay for it. And I think it's going to happen. And, we've got a number of sponsorships that are available for the garden for businesses and service clubs and individuals, right on down to a simple $100 brick that somebody can buy to put into the garden to honor someone that they lost or just honor someone in general. And in the case of the Canine Garden, you can even honor or memorialize one of your own pets, which is kind of neat.
Nice.
But the problem with the Canine Garden versus the Honor Garden, those bricks are going to be very limited. The space is smaller. Honor Garden, they're unlimited. I mean, we'll always be tons of spaces to put bricks in there, but it's not going to be in the Canine Garden. So I tell people all the time, if you're going to do that, you better not wait.
On the front of your sheet is the model of the life-size bronze statue of the canine, and then on the back there's a layout of what the garden is going to look like.
Yes.
And then there's a picture of Canine Arco. And this
who just
is
recently passed.
In memory of Arco.
Yeah.
And he's an example of why this kind of garden is so important, right?
It is. And if you read about him, which is on the website, it's on that article here, that was an incredibly rewarded dog or recognized dog in the Commonwealth of Virginia for all this work it did. I mean, that dog was pretty incredible.
He was a LPD canine from 2016 to 2021, deploying 551 times in Lynchburg and the surrounding counties.
Yes.
And he just passed away last year.
Yep.
And he earned all kinds of awards.
All kinds of state and local awards. Yeah, it's just that dog was incredible.
And there's his picture he has his badge on, and he's in front of the American flag. That's amazing.
And some of the PD's officers say, and that's good. They said with the bronze statue looks like him.
It does look like
and
him.
I said it does look like him. We didn't purposely do that, but it does look like him.
Yeah.
So,
Eugene Wingfield, how can people find out more about the Canine Garden and how they can help?
well, I hope they'll go to our website, lynchburgpolicefoundation.org, and everything is there about this, about us in general, but also about the Canine Garden. And it's very interesting reading, which we keep it updated. It also has all the officers we've awarded over the months, for doing outstanding police work. So it's really interesting reading. But you can go there, and if the sponsorships are out of your ability to do a brick. Honor the PD and the canines and someone special in your life and your pet. But I can't emphasize enough that I think this garden is going to fill up quick.
Okay.
If it's anything like the Honor Garden and many bricks we sold over there, even though it's still unlimited, this canine garden is going to fill up fast.
Eugene Wingfield, Lynchburg Police Foundation, thanks for everything you're doing to support the Lynchburg Police Department and now this Canine Garden.
Well, thank y'all for having me.
We'll talk to you soon.
Sure.
Stay tuned for more of the best of the Burg.
Run.
Welcome back to the best of the Burg. We want to hear from you. Call or text 846-8255.
Welcome back to Best of the Burg. Mary White along with Anthony Biscuit McAvoy. You just never know what's going to happen on Best of the Burg. You have people just kind of wander into the studio to say hi, and the next thing you know, we're talking with Georgia Fauber. Hi, Georgia. Good to see you.
Hi. It is wonderful to see you, Mary.
You decided,
your smiling voice.
Yes,
Yeah.
and your smiling face, and you decided to drop by, and we know you through Brook Hill Farm. You got
Yes.
we've had Tracy on with us
Yes.
before,
Yes.
and the great things that you're doing. But you dropped by just to give us a flyer about a big event. We said, hey, Georgia, come on the air with us for a couple of minutes. So
Wonderful.
Tell us about the Brook Hill Farm 25th birthday party.
Yes, 25 years we have been in existence. So many people don't even know we're there. Brook Hill Farm is known internationally and nationally, not locally. And so they're doing so many great things. Right now we have 40 horses. They're all rescued, and one donkey.
Those donkeys are amazing.
They are. He's the
Very
hit.
loyal.
Yes, he is the hit. And over 217 young ladies, handicapped children, veterans, that these rescued horses are turning around and rescuing themselves.
That's amazing.
Isn't that great?
It's a horse rescue therapeutic riding center.
Yes,
the
it
horses
is.
are rescued, and they in turn help rescue the young people.
Exactly.
So tell us what's going on at the birthday party.
Oh, gosh, it's from 10 to 2 tomorrow. It's at 7291 Bellevue Road in Forest.
Mm-hmm.
And we're having barbecue. The board is making barbecue. We're going to have all kinds of silent auction items, raffles. But the big thing is there's going to be a bingo card. You go around to each section on that bingo card, have it marked. So you'll learn about the veterinary lab and the feed area and the tack room and see some of the horses. You'll learn about all that. And then whenever you fill your card, you put it in a great big bowl, and there's a fantastic prize awaiting the winner.
And so anybody's just invited to come down?
Yes.
Come out for the birthday party.
Yes, come out for the birthday party. We want you to learn about Brook Hill Farm and its mission.
BrookHillFarm.org
Yes.
is the website for more information.
Yes.
And folks can just come out. It's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yes, barbecue, have a good time, and we've asked God for good weather. We love the rain.
Yeah.
Between 10 and 2, though, we would like no rain.
What's the forecast looking like? I know it's not supposed to be hot anyway,
Yeah,
so that's good.
that is very
Fingers
good.
crossed for good weather.
That's right. And if it does rain, just so everybody knows, there is a covered arena. We now have a covered arena. And so it's still going on whether it's rain or shine.
And so the young women come out there and they work with the horses, and that's how it
They
works.
do.
Yeah.
They are expected to have their homework done. 100% of all of the young people who have come through have graduated. Now, some of them came in with 1.0s, 2.3s, and all of that and expected to drop out. They did not after they have come to Brook Hill Farm. It's a phenomenal spot, teaching discipline.
Yeah, if you love horses, if you have a kid who loves horses, come on out to the Brook Hill Farm 25th birthday party, and it's tomorrow from 10 to 2.
Yay!
And the weather looks good.
And the weather looks good. Thank you,
good.
Biscuit. I like your hotline. Thank you.
7291 Bellevue Road in Forest, and the website is brookhillfarm.org. Georgia, thanks so much.
So nice to see you, Mary.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm head cheerleader, and so I want everybody to know.
You are. You are. We'll talk to you soon. Coming up on Best of the Burg, we're getting ready for Mother's Day. Dawn Rezai is going to join us from Paisley Gifts to talk about gifts for mom right after this.
Hi, this is Brandon Farmer with Bank of the James, and you're listening to The Best of the Burg here on WLNI.
1 year on.
Welcome back to Best of the Burg. We're rolling right along on this first Best of the Burg in May. And you know what's coming up in just a little over a week.
Star Wars Day.
That's a couple of days.
Yes.
In not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yes.
It's Mother's Day.
Yes, that's true too.
It's maybe not as important to Biscuit as Star Wars Day is on May the 4th, but it's awful important for a lot of other people. And joining us now to talk some wonderful Mother's Day gift ideas is Dawn Rezai with Paisley Gifts. Hi, Dawn. Good to see you.
Good to be back.
All right. So we were just talking before we went on the air, because the first little list that I have here on my notes is all the strawberry things that are very popular right now. And Biscuit said, is it a different fruit every year? And apparently it is, right, Dawn?
Well, there's certain things that trend.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, and I'm sure you can remember, there were lemons on everything. Lemon on towels, lemons on little dishes, just lemon flavored.
Yep.
And then that progressed last year. Everything that we were getting in, and there's still some there, is cherries. There was cherry clothing, cherry earrings, cherry things for your kitchen. And this year is strawberries.
The fruit of the year is strawberry, Biscuit.
Who decides this?
It has to be the designers and the think tank people in New York, and I would say for our part of the world. I doubt it's as big in California as it is here because we have our strawberry patches.
Yeah.
So, but for the East Coast, it's strawberries.
Let's take a step back and talk a little bit about Paisley Gifts, and it's there in Boonesboro
Shopping Center on the corner, and don't forget that we have our post office in there as well.
Yes, and talk about the significance of that.
Well, about 15 years ago, the store that was in the location that we're in now was getting ready to close, and when he closed, the post office was going to close as well. So they needed someone to take over that space, because if the post office was closed for a day, it was going to be closed forever. So we were in the shopping center at that time with Persian rugs and more, and everyone was lamenting, and so we just decided to take over and open a gift shop, which has been fun, but quite a bit of work. But the post office stayed intact.
And how convenient is that?
It's
for
very
people
convenient.
who want to do their shopping and then just mail it right then.
That's correct.
For gift ideas.
That's right.
Paisley Gifts.
And we do not close in the middle of the day like the other post offices do.
Okay.
Rivermont Post Office closes for an hour in the middle of the day. So
as we speak with Dawn Rezai, the strawberry things are very popular right now. But also you guys are appealing to the moms who like different things. So, for instance, for the mom who likes to read or the mom who likes to garden, talk about some of the gift ideas. Dawn.
Right. So, as we all know, if you've seen anything with popular media, all of the Bridgerton and all of those things that are so popular right now. So we carry a lot of bookmarks, Post-it notes. We have a book journal that people can record what books they've read and how they responded to them, did they like them, just to keep like a book diary, which has become very popular with young people as well as moms. And I do carry things about books that were popular way back. One of our best sellers is George Washington's comments on civility. And that was very interesting to me. I just read an article this week that book is very popular nationwide right now. So I carry Wuthering Heights. I carry a few of the beautiful bound books. So for reading people, yes, we've got it covered. So
as you're looking at things to buy for Paisley Gifts, to offer in Paisley Gifts, that has to be really fun. I mean, I'm sure you see so much. How do you determine what people around here are going to like?
I don't tend, I mean, we said the strawberries are trending, and that's true. Mm-hmm. But I don't tend to be one that's reading out there about what's the next trend. Like the year that unicorns were trendy, there were no unicorns in my store, not even for children.
Biscuit was disappointed, too. He was looking for some unicorn stuff.
I really need the unicorn stuff to come back. I'm sitting on a massive haul that could be worth some money one day.
So,
but I tend to buy things that are, I'm sorry to interrupt, but that make sense and stay traditional forever.
A little more classic. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
And that you knew that unicorns were not going to fly around here, so to speak.
There were just going to be too many versions.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, you mentioned Wuthering Heights, which is one of the most revered books of all time.
Yes.
Which you have that classic part, but then in February you had this giant movie that comes out of Wuthering Heights and kind of does very well with the younger generation.
And quite honestly, I had no idea that movie was coming out.
Perfect timing.
But my former years were a school teacher. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Moms who love fashion. So talk about the fashion.
We have beautiful purses. We have nice leather purses that came from England. We have Vera Bradley, of course. I have trendy beaded bags that I pick up when I'm in New York. So we carry a lot of purse choices. We also carry beautiful scarves. We have nice jewelry that it's going to be very different than you find anywhere else. And one of the more trendy things I accidentally stumbled upon that I carried for Paisley because I loved them so much as a young person is mood rings. And I cannot believe how many people love mood rings. So apparently it makes all of us who wore them when we were 16 and 17 feel that way again. So the mood rings have been a big hit.
That's great because I do remember having one when I was younger, and I imagine that they're a lot prettier and probably more elegant now than they were.
They're actually shaped the same.
Are they?
Yes,
like
they have pretty settings and they're oval. And no matter where I wear, I don't have one on today, but no matter where I wear one, somebody will say, "Is that a mood ring? Where did you find that?"
And it changes color. That's the cool thing about it.
You better be careful if it turns gold.
Now, for moms who like mahjong.
Yes, we have the napkins, we have the cups, we have the score pads.
Yeah. Or maybe for moms who like to play bridge or play any kind of card game, that kind of thing.
We have bridge covered. We have bridge covered with beautiful sets from Kaspari, and there's tally sheets and all of that as well.
And moms who like to garden and who love flowers, you have all that stuff as well.
We do. We have a lot of things for people who love cactuses, which is apparently another trend. And I bought them because my daughter loves growing succulents and cactuses. So it's a trendy thing right now to have that type of garden in your home and not just out. But we do carry a lot of things for gardening indoor and out. But they're beautiful pieces.
What about
not dysfunctional
fake succulents for people who can't keep them alive?
We actually have some of those. And they look, and they don't have some of them have little stickers on them, but like the rubber plants, we've got you some.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for a friend.
I was going to say, I know what to get Biscuit for Mother's Day. What are you thinking about for your mom, Biscuit? Well, what is one of your mom's hobbies, or what is something she loves to do?
My mom is really into reading. Mm-hmm. And so, she likes to, kind of like you said, you have the book for like, oh, this is what I thought of this book. This is what I thought about this book. My mom, she told me the number at the end of last year, and it was in the 120s of how many books that she read in one full year. So if you've got like a 200 or 300 page book of that, that's probably what I'm going to get my mom.
It sounds like the book journal is the way to go, or the bookmark. That's great.
Yeah, we have cool bookmarks, beautiful leather ones. We have some that are fun, some for children, and one of the other kinds of moms we carry things for are art moms. So coloring was really a popular thing a few years ago for people to de-stress. So we have very interesting coloring books as well as different types of pens and markers and all of that. And I was shocked when I started researching this how many different types of nibs and tips and colors that they're available: pencil, marker, paint, etc. We carry those as well.
For the arts and crafts mom. And then the Peter Popper Press, the stamps.
Well, Peter Popper makes a beautiful set of journals.
Okay.
That are replicas of old art from like the Persian Empire and from Italy, and then they were made in leather and embossed in different color paints and all. So I carried those, which make great graduation gifts as well. But that's when people are really asking for them is during graduation time, because some are masculine, and I know we're talking about Mother's Day, but they fit a lot of people. And Peter Popper also makes a great line of stationery, and we carry the Peter Popper stationery as well.
We're speaking with Dawn Rezai, Paisley Gifts, and then frames are always a great gift for anyone, really.
Yes, but mothers love to receive a nice picture and a beautiful frame of them with their child or their grandchild if they've got one. And we have them in sizes that will hold a little teeny tiny picture up to, typical 8x10. And ours have unusual shapes as well as your traditional rectangles. And then another area that we cover pretty well are moms who like things to smell good. So we have not only candles that you can't find everywhere else that are soy and smokeless and that kind of thing that are scented with natural scents. And then we carry 2 or 3 lines of body products that are, I only buy things made in the United States, and they're made with essential oils and natural lines that you can't find anywhere else.
So many great gift ideas for not only for Mother's Day, but you mentioned for graduates as well, because it is that season too. And then books that are mom's story, dad's story, grandma's story. Tell us about those.
So I recently became a grandmother for the first time.
Congratulations.
And I saw these books where parents and grandparents can go in and record their thoughts from every day or anything that they want from their past or their child's past that you want to get recorded on paper, because yes, we've recorded lots of things maybe through Instagram and Snapchat and that kind of stuff, but the paper is going to endure. So we got these for grandparents and parents to record for their children and grandchildren. And, of course, I have recordable books as well. So for moms or grandmoms to read into that book and it records your voice for your children and grandchildren to keep. And those have become very coveted.
Oh, I bet, to have the voice. Oh, what a great idea. And then family frames, like a family recipe book, things like that.
Yes, that's become very popular. I mean, I really thought that recipe books and recipe cards were going to become a thing of the past with all the digital stuff that people uses. But really, it's become a requested thing again, because I had sort of stopped carrying it. But we have one now where people can record favorite family recipes that always show up, say, at Christmas or at Easter or at Thanksgiving, that you get to hand down in your family. And then they can also write comments in there.
I'm saying this knowing that none of my family are currently listening.
Okay.
But everyone in my family is getting one of those this year because I want them for when people aren't around. And I'm like, oh, I'm thinking of my grandmother's mac and cheese.
Sure.
I want that. And so I want everybody to be able to write their own stuff down. And then everybody's just kind of got it.
Right. And then when you keep that written record and, God forbid they're no longer with you, you still have their handwriting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really...
So if anybody
so
from the
cool.
McAvoy family is listening, you didn't hear that.
Yeah. Dawn Rezai, it's Paisley Gifts. So many offerings, unique offerings for any mom, no matter what her interests are. And then, of course, for graduates as well, as we're in graduation season. I can't let you go, though. I said in the promo that we were going to maybe help Biscuit find a rug for his house.
Okay.
So just tell us the latest at what's going on at Persian Rugs and more.
Well, actually, we did go to New York last month and just picked up some new things that we had not had before. And as I said to a customer yesterday, there are a lot of rugs that you can find in a lot of locations similar. But at our store, you're going to find things that no one else carries. So if you want something different and unique in the Oriental rug world, I've got it. And all of them are not thousands of dollars. So I do have some machine-made rugs. I carry tufted rugs, and I have a few hooked rugs now that fell out of popularity for a while, but I found some more because people like the texture. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure I can find something in your price range and in your decoration style.
Do you have any that are like cat, like repellent?
Unfortunately not.
Darn.
And now, if it's a good cat that will only claw it every once in a while, I can help with that.
Okay.
But if they're bad in the other category, don't do that.
Our cat will get under the rug and like kick it, like gets on the corner of it and kicks it like he's wrestling with something. And does Chase do that?
Chase likes to let everyone know that his claws work. So I have and this is coming from a cat that has a scratching board that I change out every couple weeks.
Yep.
And he's still like, no, I want to do it on this now. And so, yeah, one of my rugs is just becoming his like, all right, I'm going to do this now and go all the way down the rug.
Yeah, I understand. We help people remedy that.
Very good.
Because not only do we sell them, but we clean and restore them.
We have gotten some great products there at Persian Rugs and More to help with the upkeep of the rugs, and for when you have pet problems, like different products, that really work.
Yeah, and ours are all natural based.
Yeah.
So,
Dawn Rezai, it's been great to talk to you as always, and remind us Persian Rugs and More located.
We've moved to their new location, 103 Chapel Lane, right off of Old Forest Road, across from Lasley Auto Body. So.
Right.
There you go.
And then, of course, Paisley Gifts.
Boonesboro Shopping Center right on the corner. You can't miss us.
All right. Dawn, thanks so much. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you again very soon.
All right. Thank you again.
More of the best of the Burg coming up right after this quick break.
Hi, this is Carl Miller from The Carl Miller Show, and you're listening to the Best of the Burg.
We are rolling right along here on Best of the Burg. Mary White along with Anthony Biscuit McAvoy on this first Best of the Burg in May. And we want to thank our guests today. They've been Eugene Wingfield with the Lynchburg Police Foundation, and they've started the final phase of the LPD Honor Garden. It's honoring the canines, the Canine Garden, and you can find out more at lynchburgpolicefoundation.org. And then also, of course, Dawn Rezai with Paisley Gifts, and she wanted to remind everybody that they offer free gift wrapping at Paisley Gifts. So as if all the wonderful gift ideas aren't good enough, you can get your gift for mom and have it gift wrapped free too. Mm-hmm. So stop on by there in the Boonesboro Shopping Center.
And in Georgia as well.
And Georgia Fauber was here to talk about an event that's going on Saturday, tomorrow. It's Brook Hill Farm's 25th birthday party, and that is on Bellevue Road in Forest. It's from 10 to 2. brookhillfarm.org. Speaking of events going on in the area.
Happening in the Burg.
I was hoping you would get that. I was hoping for a segue
yes.
there. Mary, I'm just going to go. We've got a bunch of plays going on this weekend. I'm going to start at Jefferson Forest Cavalier Theater on Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. and then at 3 p.m. On Sunday. And Mary, they're doing Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Yeah, the S is silent.
Yeah, right.
Set against the backdrop of 19th century France, Les Miserables tells an enthralling story of broken dreams, unrequited love, passion, sacrifice, and redemption. Tickets are $15, $10 for students and seniors. You can get your tickets online, Cavalier Theater, and that's with an RE.com. And then I'm sure you can also get them at the door as well. Liberty Christian Academy on Friday And Saturday, we'll be doing The Sound of Music at 7 p.m. at Candler Station. $15 adult tickets, $12 senior tickets, $10 for students, $7 for children ages 12 and under. That's a great show from what I've heard.
Yes. We talked about that, I think a couple of weeks ago on the Morning Line, and how they're in that special location because LCA is under construction right now. So Sound of Music is a great play. Les Mis, a great play as well. So you're great theatrical opportunities this weekend.
Another great theatrical opportunity, Mary Poppins at Rustburg High School. This will be Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 2 p.m. This is at Rustburg High School. If you'd like tickets and you want to buy them ahead in advance online, just shoot a text 846-8255. I will send you that link. $10 adult tickets, $7 for students. And Liberty High School. This is out in Bedford doing Little Shop of Horrors. Friday, Saturday, 7 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m. You can get your tickets at the door for $12. If you want to go ahead and buy them online, 846-8255. I'll send you that link as well.
So lots of theater going on this weekend, lots of activities. We hope that no matter how you choose to spend your weekend, that it is a good one for you. We're so grateful that you joined us for Best of the Burg, and we're grateful to Bank of the James for sponsoring our program today. Again, thanks to our guests, Dawn Rezai, Eugene Wingfield, Georgia Fauber. Have a great weekend, and we will see you back here next Friday for Best of the Burg. So long.